Gearbox Ranch Granny here today. How are you guys doing? I'm so glad you could join me. Well, we're gonna make 5 cheese and pasta. Now, the first thing you gotta do is you gotta cook your pasta to direction, and then I always rinse it in cool water so it kind of gets all that starch out and it stays separated. Then in a heavy saucepan, and I'm going to use my blender, you put 2 cups of milk and 1 stick of butter. Now, we want to keep that fire low. We don't want to scorch it. Just kind of low to low medium. There we go. First thing I'm going to add is 1 cup of cottage cheese. And you can always use the equivalent of cream cheese if you don't have cottage cheese or you don't want to use it. And then we're going to just stir that up. Kind of let it melt into it. Then I'm going to add, this is 1 cup of mozzarella, and it's shredded. And I just keep adding that in there. Good. Turn that mixer off. Now you have to keep mixing it pretty good because you want your cheese to melt smooth. And then I'm going to add 2 cups of Asadero cheese. Now that's a Mexican cheese. But if you have another soft cheese you'd like to try in it, I say go for it. Now that's 2 cups. Get that in there. Mix it up and let it kind of melt to it. Oh yeah. Now you don't have to use a mixer if you just keep stirring it good. Then I'm going to add 1 cup of cheddar cheese. And if you like a sharper flavor, then I'd add a sharp cheddar. If you like a milder, then I'd add the mild cheddar. Mix that in there, let it start. Oh yeah, let that start all. And this is going to be real creamy. Get it all mixed in and let your cheddar melt. Nice and good. Be sure your fire's not too high because you don't want to scorch that. And if it's too low, it won't heat it up. Last thing I add, a 3rd cup of grated Parmesan cheese. We're going to take that and dump that right in there. Now, I don't add any salt at all because your cheeses have an awful lot of salt in them. You can, however, you can add garlic or a little bit of oregano. You can test out your flavors. Now, that is perfect. Look at that. Oh, yes. Make some room so I can. Then we're going to take our pasta and we're going to pour this right on top of that pasta. And mix it in. Like I said, this is very, very creamy and my family likes it. Now I use the same recipe, only I add a little Italian seasoning and garlic and a little bit of chicken and make almost like an Alfredo, and it is just out of this world. I will show you this. This is creamy, creamy. Now, if you want it a little thicker, And this is going to thick up a little on its own. If you want it a little thicker, cut your milk in half. Wouldn't cut my butter. That's going to kind of keep that cheese separated. Because you don't want a big clump of cheese. You want it to mix in real good. I used rotini noodles because I make it creamy enough that it can go all over them. You can see how well that does. Oh, and it is such a good meal and easy to make. Once again, remember I used 3/4 pound of pasta before it's cooked. And then I followed the directions. This is Gearbox Ranch Granny. And remember, pray to your Savior Jesus Christ. God bless every one of you, and I'll see you next week.